Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TUF Coffee Shop Talk. I'm your host, Rhonda Lavoie, and today I am continuing with the Dear Younger Me series where I read to you letters I've written to my younger self. This week we're going to dive into 4 powerful lessons. We'll explore the importance of truly understanding the nuts and bolts of a house itself, far beyond the market values. Then we'll tackle a tough one: why you need to stop wasting your money on ineffective cold call advertisers, and where to focus your efforts instead. Next, we'll talk about the absolute necessity of nurturing genuine relationships in your business, seeing beyond just the transaction. And lastly, a big one for all of us: how to master the art of listening. This can be a very important skill. These are insights that I've all had profoundly shape my career, and I'm eager to share them with you. So grab your coffee or wherever you're listening, settle in, and let's hear what wisdom my future self wants to pass down to my younger self. Okay, let's dive right into the first letter for today. Dear Younger Me, number 10. Dear Younger Me, become an expert, not just on the market, but on homes themselves. Learn about plumbing, wiring, insulation, roofing, the bones that hold a house together. The more you understand these details, the better you can guide your clients and earn their trust. Building our own home taught me so much, and I'm truly grateful for that experience. It gave me a deeper understanding of what makes a house work. And that knowledge now helps me serve my clients even better. When you really know how a home functions, you can make a real difference for the people you help. Warm regards, your future self. So this letter is really important because it's something that really became clear to me when I started building our own home. You know, you go through your real estate courses, you learn about contracts, market evals, and how to represent clients, etc., etc. But actually being on a construction site and watching the plumbing go in and seeing the wiring laid out, understanding how insulation works and what goes into a roof, that was a completely different level of education for me. And I'm really grateful for that experience because it really allows me to go a little bit deeper for my clients and functionally understand what truly makes the house work from the bones up. And that knowledge, it's absolutely helps me serve my clients even better now. Think about it. When you're walking through a property with a client and you can point out the type of wiring or explain a common plumbing issue in older homes, or talking about the different kinds of insulation you might find, it makes a real difference. It builds immediate trust because they see you as a true expert, not just opening doors for them. You can guide them more confidently, especially if they're first-time home buyers who don't know what to look for or even consider it an older home or a fixer-upper. This kind of hands-on understanding sets you apart and really allows you to make a difference for the people you help. If building a home isn't a way for you to learn those things, I definitely recommend you pay close attention at home inspections and ask questions for your clients, even if you don't know the answer. That's what the home inspector is for. I've learned a lot from attending home inspections on older homes and learning different things about those transition periods up to that new development that I did. So learn those things. It really helps. All right, let's move on to our next letter. Number 11. Dear Younger Me, for the love of Pete, please stop spending your hard-earned money on those cold-called advertisers and lead generators promising the world. I know their sales pitches sound so convincing. Simple solutions that guarantee quick results. But trust me, they don't deliver. I've been down that road, and I'm here to save you time, frustration, and dollars that could be better invested elsewhere. Resist the urge to chase magic bullet solutions. In real estate, there are no shortcuts to building a great business. Focus your resources on real relationships, not cold listing. The best clients don't come from cookie cutter ads or mass dialed numbers. They're the people who trust you, who see your dedication, who value genuine connection. Nurture these relationships. Show up, listen, stay involved. That's where lasting success is found. So next time one of these lead generation companies calls, no matter how polished their pitch is, remember this. Just say no. Your future self will thank you. Sincerely, your future self. Okay, so this letter is all about resisting those magic bullet solutions. And trust me, I learned this one the hard way. It's so tempting when you're an agent, and especially in those early days when things are slow, to look for that quick fix. These cold-called advertisers and lead generators, their sales pitches are incredibly polished. They promise you the world, simple solutions, guaranteed quick results, and clients just lined up at the door. And you think, finally, this is it. But I'm here to tell you, from personal experience, they don't deliver. I've been down that road spending significant amounts of hard-earned money on lists of leads that are cold, unqualified, or just plain uninterested. It wasn't just the money wasted, it was the time, the frustration, and energy that could have been invested in building something real, something else. Real estate, there's truly no shortcuts. You need to just build a great, sustainable business. The best clients don't come from cookie cutter or mass style numbers. I promise you. They come from relationships, people who trust you. It's about leading with care and building community. If you're chasing quick fixes, you're usually missing the opportunity to build those long-lasting connections. Which is a great lead into our next letter, number 12. Dear younger me, don't treat real estate as just a transaction. See it as a journey of building relationships. Stay connected. Remember birthdays. Reach out long after the deal is done. Years from now, people won't recall every detail of the house you helped them buy or sell, but they will remember how you made them feel. Fondly, your future self. P.S. Let me be honest, a CRM isn't just a trendy buzzword. It's a lifeline. It's what helps me keep track of everything and truly show up for my clients, not just at closing, but for years afterwards. Relying solely on memory just doesn't work when you want every client to feel seen, heard, and genuinely cared for. Following up post-sale, celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, or even sending a quick thinking of you postcard can make all the difference. That's how relationships are built and why so many clients have become lifelong friends. I've been very fortunate in my career to have made some genuine friends that were once clients. And it's incredible. I've been to a client's wedding. We've done the housewarming parties and, follow-up coffee dates, all those things. And some of those clients who are now friends become lifelong referrers. And all that referral business is really the best part. But being a good friend to these clients, it doesn't come easy sometimes. It's a lot of work in the sense that you need to be sure to spend the time and reach out to them. Life gets in the way sometimes. So having the CRM helps me ensure I stay on top of those things so that my friends and these clients really feel seen. And it just makes it so much easier for me. It sounds kind of, I don't know, when I say I use something to be a good friend, it doesn't sound very, friend-like. But let's be real. It's hard to go through life and remember all of the things that are important. And when you forget, you feel bad and you really did want to remember. So I've learned that by keeping track of the things that are important, and for me, it's using a CRM to, manage those relationships, it makes those relationships so much better. So having the formality of it, I guess, if you will, has really just made it easy to have the friendship. And that's really what it should be, right? The friendship should be easy. It should be warm and feel great. So having that CRM has really kind of done that for me. So if nothing else, you who are listening, think of a CRM a little differently. Most people who think of it just think of, well, it's, this thing I have to do, or they tell me I have to do, or, it's tacky emails and follow-up postcards and all those things. But if you think of it more of a, how do I nurture my friendships and ensure that I'm staying on top of it, I think maybe you'll find it a little bit easier to want to get into it. Because really, by creating those relationships like they are your future friend, will make them become your future friend and lifelong referrer. All right, let's dive into our final letter for today. Dear Younger Me, number 13. Dear Younger Me, if I could offer you one piece of advice, it would be this: master the art of listening. In the beginning, I thought the key to being a great agent was having quick answers and strong opinions. I believed my job was to guide, inform, and protect my clients from what I thought were mistakes, even if it meant cutting them off mid-sentence to redirect them. One particular phone call sticks with me. My client mentioned looking at a main floor condos, and I jumped right in, telling them all the reasons those units tended to be darker, not as nice, or less desirable in my opinion. I thought it was saving them from a bad choice, but in doing so, I missed something important: their budget. That style of condo was what they could afford, and I hadn't taken the time to listen to why it mattered to them. The client ended up choosing to not work with me. Instead of moving on, I did something uncomfortable. I called and asked for feedback. Hearing why they felt unheard was tough, but it taught me a lesson I've never forgotten. People want to feel understood, not steamrolled by someone else's expertise. Listening isn't always natural, especially when you want to help or prove yourself. But the real magic happens when you slow down, ask thoughtful questions, and don't rush to fill the silence. You discover what actually matters to each client, and in turn, you build the kind of trust and understanding that turns one transaction into lifelong relationships. So practice listening, really listening. It might feel slow at first, but will make you a better agent and a better person. Thoughtfully, your future self. Wow, letter number 13. This one truly hit me hard when I first wrote it, and it still resonates deeply. The story about the client looking for the main floor condo is a prime example of a mistake I made early in my career. I generally thought I was being a good agent by jumping in with all my knowledge and opinions, but clearly I didn't. And making that connection and asking for that feedback, that follow-up to find out, why they weren't working with me, it was hard to do and incredibly uncomfortable. But it was one of the most important lessons I've learned. Hearing directly that they felt unheard, that my expertise came across as steamrolling rather than supportive, it was tough medicine. And it kind of transformed my approach when it comes to clients. Now, I'm not perfect. I certainly do have the tendency to talk past someone from time to time, but I'm much more aware and I'm practicing the art of listening. Okay, so that wraps up this week's Dear Younger Me series. Let's circle back on the key takeaways from the 4 letters. First, letter number 10. We talked about the power of truly learning how houses work inside and out, how that deeper knowledge helps you guide your clients, earn trust, and set yourself apart as an expert. Letter number 11, we got real about stopping the spend on ineffective cold call advertisings and those magic bullet lead generators, reminding ourselves that true success in real estate comes from building genuine relationships, not chasing quick fixes. Which led into letter number 12, where we emphasize the necessity of focusing on creating and nurturing relationships and the use of CRMs. And finally, letter number 13, where we dove into the skill of listening, the practice of listening, understanding that truly hearing your clients builds trust and leads to far more successful outcomes. Well, that concludes the episode this week. Thanks so much for being here. It really does mean a lot to me. If you haven't already, please subscribe or hit that follow button, as I'd love it if you came back week to week. And if you're really loving these conversations, I'd be absolutely thrilled if you could take a moment and give us a 5-star rating wherever you listen. Just go ahead and click on that 5th star. Give us an incredible review. I'd love it. If you're looking for more information on the membership, check out tufinstitute.com. Or if you're looking for information on me and my real estate business, you can check that out at rhondalavoy.exprealty.com. Looking for my socials, I'm on Instagram at rhondalavoy_tough and on Facebook just as my name, Rhonda Lavoy. Reach out anytime. I'd love to hear from you. I really hope you have a marvelous week, and I can't wait to bring you another episode next week.